Your Excellency, first, thank you very much for taking your time and accept our interview. For me, one would say that maybe it's not really a very good time to talk about multilateralism, globally. What do you think of the importance nowadays for multilateralism?
Well, this importance has been need of the time for particularly for few last years. You see, and I must compliment the leadership of China, particularly my dear friend, Foreign Minister Wang Yi, having chosen this interesting subject, practicing multilateralism, and then, they are talking of reforming and, implementing, the system. So the governance has the multilateral institutions, particularly the UN and the financial institutions. The governance system of these institutions have been weakening for quite some time. And the two examples I gave you, Palestine and Kashmir, are very, very, obvious to. So I compliment, choosing of, a theme and subject for dialogue at the Security Council level. It's very close to my heart, and I was happy. That's why I'm here to attend in person, this Security Council session on this subject. I think the international law and order situation will only improve, and the decisions at the multilateral forum will only be implemented if we make sure that we, with complete sincerity, we reform these institutions from the governance and the implementation point of view.
So we saw a trend of developing countries actually on the rise in multilateralism in the global community. What do you think the role should developing countries play in implementing multilateralism?
I think everybody has to play its own role. For example, in Security Council, there are 5 permanent members, there are 10 elected members. We, as one of the 10 elected members, from 1st of January 25 to 31st of December 2026, we will do our best to support the UN peacekeeping and peace building efforts. We have always been very vocal for peace, security, and development of the members. So I think developing countries, you see, there's a basic difference. That the requirement, for example, one is say the multilateral financial system is also need reforms. The requirement of the developing countries for the purpose of even meeting SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals of UN, is far greater and larger than the envelope available from these institutions to them. So I think this gap has to be narrowed, has to be worked on. So the multilateral cooperation and multilateral system has to work, but has to work with certain, correction, which are missing for quite some time.
Do you agree with this idea that nowadays the world is leading to a multipolarization situation, meaning not only like one superpower, two superpowers, but multiple powers which can together governing the world?
Well, it has always been the case in the history, but I think that's why these institutions were created, to create a balance between them, and the collective wisdom always is better than the solo flight or any solo superpower which you are referring to. So we are always supportive of the working the global community and the global multilateral system should be working together for the peace, stability, and development of everybody. And quoting the Chinese, win-win for everybody is name of the game, that we should all be working, which is win-win for every nation, every developing country, and the developed country. So we have to work together. It's not easy, but I think we can bring a lot of lot of improvement, a lot of clarity, and a lot of wisdom, a lot of roadmap and direction to the right way.